I think free travel has to come now for the Ukrainians. They not only want it, they need it. It's the best possibility to get closer together in between those citizens in the European Union and citizens of Ukraine. We did it for Georgia, and it's high time that we finish the regulation also for the Ukrainians. And so according to my opinion, in June it will happen to the Ukrainians, and I fight everybody who wants to have a further delay. I think this free access to the European Union member states is not only a symbol for the fact that Ukrainians have chosen the pro-European way. They wanted to go direction west, and we need to enable them as good as we can to go direction west. There are many other issues which we have to support them in. But the most problematic issue, the most problematic development for the Ukrainians is the war in east of Ukraine. I visited Avdiivka, this city where the fights have been very, very tough again. And my experience in Avdiivka was that for the reform process, for the change of the country, Ukrainians really need peace. The problem until today in east of Ukraine is that the Kremlin has an interest to use the war in east of Ukraine against the reform process and against also Ukrainians' turn towards the European Union. They use this war even against the European Union and its solidarity. So I was so happy for the Georgians when we finally had all decisions done for free traveling towards the European Union. And I was in the same time very sad that the Ukrainians still had to wait. Now, me and my colleagues here in the European Parliament, we really do everything that the Parliament gets ready as soon as possible. We will end our voting on it in April. And mid-June, latest mid-June, Ukrainians will get what they want and they need and they deserve from the Europeans when it comes to visa-free regime. So the visa-free regime is not the solution for all the problems in the countries with association agreements. So there are various big problems which we have to tackle. For example, in Moldova, there is this ongoing fight against corruption, and also European Union has not always well performed to support Moldovans in this. But so visa-free regime is mainly dedicated also to the citizens and their freedom and their will to move in Europe. And I think what we have achieved for citizens of EU member states to move as free as they want will not be a distortion for democratic development in the association countries, but will help democracy and develop the country into a normal state, as Ukrainians or Moldovans often say. So I hope that again we will define the most urgent issues to tackle. And I hope that we can then say, as I wanted, so the point, the day when the visa-free regime for Ukraine will be there. But in addition, I hope that we can discuss about problems again and again created also by the European side. On the one hand, we are supporting the Ukrainians. On the other hand, we restart nearly every month, for example, the discussion on sanctions against Russia. And facing the return of the war in Avdiivka, I think the one thing Europeans should learn, they should not touch the sanctions against Russia until Russia has stopped to use the war as a tool against the sovereignty of Ukraine.